Hello, everybody. I'm actually here streaming when I said I would. Well, I said yesterday I might stream today. Already missed the weekend. All right, so I posted the second round of the draft league, my match against Architect. If anyone wants to check that out, it's on YouTube. Didn't stream it because it was a pretty short best of three. But anyways, today we are back. Just gonna play some matches. It's probably going to be my last stream for about a week. I will be going home for Thanksgiving, starting tomorrow, and I'll be home pretty much the whole week. Might be able to stream on Sunday again. Otherwise, it'll be like Monday or so. Because I'm not gonna lug my entire desktop setup back home to stream. But it's kind of like the worst time too because I heard that we're getting the 1.5.2 patch tomorrow, which is awesome. All those cool changes, which I covered in my last stream, will be going live real soon. And that means the LCQ will be updated as well. Which also, I won't be able to cast it, but I'll be able to stop in and support anyone who's participating. Good luck to anyone who does. Today, we're just going to play some matches. Some of you remember my last stream. I was running sort of an extinction-based Doom team. And I said I was going to modify it a bit. What I found out was that these four worked best. I actually removed the Tyrannac. Tyrannac ate a ton of bans, but in the end, it really didn't do a whole lot besides get banned. And sure, getting banned is like the highest value a Tem can get, but I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy Tyrannac. But these four are fun, so I kept them around. Their spreads didn't change at all. Or I lied. I changed Kapyre's spread. I threw Move Flank on here because it synergizes well with Kapyre. If I need to do damage, I threw Quetzal so I can deal damage. So just in case there's like a Talisman user or a Bait user and I just want to burn through it, I can lead with Move Flank and Kapyre to do that. I have Tenderness and Execution on the Move Flank to kind of cripple my opponent's attack and then finish them off when they're low. And then just a couple damaging moves, lots of bulk in general, and then just some random attack fill. I have a first aid kit just for at least a little bit of healing. Grunder, I added. It doesn't have Doom, but it's another paralyzing poison, which I said is more or less like Doom. I'm running Brimation, so I can Brimation into Shelter, and then after 2 turns, it would be +6 defense, +4 special defense. It'll be OX though, so it's really great against some teams and completely useless against others. So I don't know. Both of these two I've kind of got mixed feelings about. I did try this tournament or this team in the Just Play tournament that East was hosting. I know he streamed it. And there was a couple matches of mine you can catch in there. I didn't record it myself because I was just kind of taking the day off, relaxing, and decided to just play some Temtem. You can check his cast though. East_25 had it. Nidrasil, so I have another toxic. So I have another toxic for paralyzing poison synergy since I got 2 of them. But also it offers healing, Bark Shield, and Try Apothecary for poisoning opponents. Haven't gotten a whole lot of use out of Nidrasil either, but the thing is super strong. Just numerically, it's overtuned. I'm going to play with the team as is, though, and maybe try and refine what could go better in the spot still. I'm kind of looking ahead as to what could a potential team for 1.5.2 look like, because that's going to be the patch that Worlds is played on. And it's looking like it's going to be a pretty stall-heavy patch, and that's why I'm kind of slowing things down a bit and going with more of a Doom team or like a Toxic Tick team. And that's why I have something like Execution to remove something at half health. Because I think when you're facing a whole bunch of slower, bulkier threats, having true damage is really nice. As we get to Galios, I actually haven't run Galios. I think I tried it out just when right on release, but I wasn't able to find a good niche for it. I know it was super popular and saw a lot of use in the interregional qualifier, but that was mostly as a Jinx Whisperer max speed, like Selfless Ruination spam. I think after Transient Echo is getting removed from it, and Selfless Ruination is getting a mini rework. It'll only be 2 prio. and it's one less hold. So I think it's actually going to be better as kind of denigrate, depress spammer that demands attention with Protostar Revive. I just have like Mud Shower for coverage on it. And this is still such a great buffing move. There's no reason not to run it. So that's kind of my thought with it. So far, it's performed pretty well. It's really tanky. Because normally when you face a Galios, it doesn't have the defense invest. It just has the HP, and then the rest of it's in speed for the most part. But now it's got quite a bit here. So we'll hop into some matches. It's actually Sci Park week too. I held off on doing a radar so I could show up to Sci Park. And we got lucky. It's Pokey week. And Toxolotl week. I actually don't have a Luma Toxolotl yet, so I will be going for that first. Considering I already have a Luma Piranha into Luma Pookie, Umbra Pookie. I like to get something new. With any luck, I'll be able to get it on stream today, but I don't know how many encounters we'll actually get before I head off for the day. Alright, Yume. Looks like a blue screen freeze team, kind of a pain. Galios gets banned. I kind of have to ban the opposing Galios because I just don't have the damage to burn it down, and I can't doom it. So it's a big problem for me. Gazuma being picked up, not surprising. It's able to Sparks for one status. So any other status applied can cause me to cry. We'll pick up the Barnshe too, because Barnshe can't be frozen with neutrality. We'll swap it out right away though. I just need something to counter the freeze shenanigans. And those triple electric here, that's not fun to deal with. Grumper can't apply a status. It could apply a Coward's Rest to itself if it's running that, but it can also only apply Sparks, which is the same as Gazuma. I'm going to ban out the Lowaddle. It can scale offenses with Penance, Freeze, and Doom if it's Seppuku, so I just don't want to allow that through. Waspion's picked up, and Nidrasil's banned. I'm gonna grab Coward and Kapire. Kapire would be nice. Or Extinction if I can get it off. I don't think this is gonna be a good move flank game. I don't think I'm. So move flank, the idea is against a squishy or hyper aggro team, move flank can still deal decent damage. Against a tankier team, it's basically only going to do damage with Extinction. But I can outspeed stuff with Tenderness, potentially. So kind of against like bulky offense is the main thing where Mooflank I think is going to shine. But bulky offense is like really not seeing a lot of use lately. It's funny, it's actually double mom's lunch. We'll swap into Coward here, just get holds off. Swaps the Gazuma into something that can probably... Yeah, it's probably going to be Camo Volgon here. It's not, okay. Oh, slow down. But I have energy drink. That's revealed now. You can't do that. I mean, you can, but it just won't work. Volgon isn't really the target I wanted to get the Doom on. That's okay. I think I'm gonna swap in Garunder now. I don't. It would be nice to get another hold off of Cycrox, but I don't want to eat a T-Strike. Actually, I was gonna get some damage on Grumper if it stays in. Worst thing he can do is swap into Kinu. I'm not sure what Kinu does though. Kinu, if it's Kaleidoscope Lifeful Sap, he could Lifeful Sap into a Hypnosis, side Hypnosis on the Volgon. And that would be bad. But I can start burning down the Kinu with Garunder, so... I do have Nox Bomb and some attack invest, as I showed. It wasn't Protector, so the Kinu definitely has Benefactor. Strangle on the Cowran, that's okay. It's Adrenaline Shot Volgon, though. And Kinu does have Kaleidoscope, so that's not great. We're going to keep up the pressure, we're going to bring in Cycrox, get the hold off for Digi-Threat. And we're going to throw a Nox Bomb on the Kinu. So there's one status. Maybe the Volgon has Stare? Stare would be a status it can apply. Oh, no. He doesn't have Mom's Lunch up yet, though, so I'm not sure how he's going to apply another status. Oh, no. I forgot. Ampere actually applies a status in itself. That's kind of funny. Oversight. I'm fine resting on Garunder. That gives me Brumation. Not that he has any physical attackers at all. But we did a lot of damage to Kinu. Still want to preserve Cycrox. We'll swap Cowran back in. Kazuma coming in. Double swaps. We got Waspine though. Okay. So he can put one of these two to sleep. We're gonna throw a Paizo on the Kazuma on the off chance it stays in. The Kazuma surely's got Sparks. He's gonna sleep one of these two, so I'm just gonna double into the Kazuma, knowing that one of my attacks will land. He does go for the Cowran. I could have side Nox bombed as well. That would have been better because it was non-synergy Paizo. Blue screen is still one hold off from happening. So we're going to throw in Cycrox, get a Synergy Paralyzing Poison onto the Volgon. I don't think there's anything that can prevent that. Yeah, I wasn't attacking the Waspine anyways, and Volgon's probably strangling here. But it doesn't have Adrenaline Shot, so it will OX. Goes to the Cycrox. That was the last regen tick from the Lifeful Sap. I'll start knocking down the Volgon with those poison ticks. However, it is cancelled out partially by Royal Jelly. Alright, so here's the good double swap turn to both Barnshee and Kapire. Kapire, I want to get holds on Extinction off. Thank you, Firma, for the follow. I appreciate it. Mom's Lunch shouldn't affect too much, but any stamina I can get down on this Waspine's nice. It's revealed Hologram Crystal Deluge, and it's about a blue screen. I think. I guess it could deluge again. Yeah, no, there's the blue screen. Crystal Deluge won't do too much to my Barnshee. I could Gamma Burst the Kinu, but I'm actually going to Time Split right now. What I really want is speed advantage. Fire's cool resting. Turbo. So that cancels out the speed drop. But I do get nice speed raise. Oh, matcha Waspine, so that will be an issue. Links to my Twitch and YouTube. We appreciate it. Keep misspelling my name as Magnetronics. Oh, my bad. I should get that, and I keep meaning to, but it's not exactly on the top of my priority list. Binary Flood. So the Waspine does have a damaging move. I was hoping it would be Plasma Beam because that's slightly weaker than Binary, but it is what it is. Some really good damage on Waspine. So I'm gonna bamboozle the Kapire. The Waspine Sea Deluge will go first, but this allows me to get the extinction off, which is important. Or he'll predict that and stay in and T-strike my Barnshee. Unfortunate. That's kind of bad. I was not expecting the hologram. I was really expecting a swap back into one of his mental synergies. Petrify. Not what I was expecting, but we can work with that. Even if Kapire goes down here, a trade of Grumper for Kapire isn't the worst. Kinu and Volgon are running a bit low on fuel, and we'll just save Barnshee in the back for now. We'll throw Cowan back in, it likes to be here. Another Binary Flood, so he's just trying to deal damage to me now. Maybe a Dust Vortex from the Grumper? No, so we see the Cowards rest on the Grumper. I was hoping it wasn't that, but unfortunately it is. It's really hard to make any progress here. At this point I might have to fight the HP battle. Blue screen should be off hold, and I think he'll click it now. There's no reason not to try clicking anything on Cowan. Keep prison on the grinder doesn't matter, that's just piddle damage that I'll heal off with Nutfire. He doesn't have anything he can threaten the Cowan with right now. I'm gonna stay in, rest on Grinder. That'll give me paralyzing poison and... Okay. So he's stunning the Garunder, to which he'll Crystal Deluge with his Waspine next turn on my Cowrin. He's going. No, he's not going to slow down. What's he clicking then? I'm not quite sure. Well, he has Dust Vortex on Grumper. He does have an attack move. I wasn't sure. We're Galios. It got first banned. We're playing stall against stall right now. False advertisement. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. We'll throw a double into the Grumper. We'll swap out Grumper or Cowrin for now, and we'll bring in Barnshee. We'll get a Nox Bomb on the Volgon. Grumper should hopefully OX. Grumper will definitely be faster than me because I was slowed earlier. Hoping I can take the Dust Vortex now that it's -2 special attack. He still got the Gosma with the Doom Timer in the back. He doesn't have too many options to get rid of that. I think we're going to end up just with a tiebreaker at turn 25, which doesn't happen often. There's a Dust Vortex. I do survive. Does he double? Some nice OX damage on Grumper. Ampere Outburst. Throwing a Nox Bomb at the Volgon, but I don't know if that's not quite enough. I could leave Barnshee in. I can't eat a T-Strike from this Volgon. I'm a really bulky Barnshee and it's -2 special attack. Problem is, once Volgon goes down and Gosma goes down, Barnshee is going to be really nice. So I still like to keep it around. Cowrin's still okay, and it'll actually heal off any damage it takes this turn, so we'll bring that in. Unfortunately, the alert's going to wear off. Oh, please tell me this thing doesn't have Restore. Oh, you gotta be joking. Nobody runs that move. Nobody runs that move. Oh, what a joke. Oh, that's so sad. And Windblade doing just enough damage to my Garender because it's Brimation. So he does have Tem advantage right now. I need to kill something. gonna swap in Barnshee. We're gonna go for a synergy digi threat. Man, that Volgon lived on 3%. I think probably doesn't even have an attacking loot. It's got Strangle, it's got Ampere, it's got Restore. What else would it have? Side Deluge. There, we got a Doom Timer on the Wasp Bean now. But Diabolo sucks. It's not what I wanted to see right now. Blue screen also sucks. He's free to hologram and sparks whenever he wants. I can't stop him. Yeah, that restore is gonna ruin the game. This Gosma would have been dead. Then he wouldn't have been able to do all that damage to Barnshee. Oh, he didn't even click hologram. Alright, we gotta go for damage on the Gazuma, I guess. Can't prevent the Waspine from doing anything. If I brought in Barnshee, he would have pushed it off with the exhausts. I don't think there's gonna be nearly enough damage. It's relatively close, but he brings in Kinu now to take the Soil Steam and then puts my Kapire to sleep. I have to bring in Barnshee now and Toxic Slime the Kinu slot. I need him to not kill the Barnshee. He kind of has to pick a slot to attack right now. Because I could bring Barnshee into the Cycroc slot, and then the Mom's Lunch would push off the sleep from Kapire. Or I can bring in the Barnshee on the Kapire slot. Just because. So it's a 50-50. I didn't even... I didn't pay attention. I didn't know blue screen was up yet. I thought it still had one turn left. No, that's just game. I can't kill Kinu in one hit from Barnshee. I just can't. I know it's turn 24. I needed to kill one Tem. The restore into the Garunder kill just ruined me. I needed anything but that. Critical hit on the Gamma Burst. Yeah, man, the amount of things he had to remove freeze or Doom. He had Coward's Rest Grumper. He had Side Deluge Waspine. He has Lifeful Sap and Hypno Kino, and he's got Restore Volgon. It does not get much worse than that. Oh, and I still almost won. If I just no, that Restore was dumb. Good game, but that one hurt. Oh, they messaged me, but I found a match too quickly to respond. Oops. I would have focused killing that Volgon so much sooner if I knew. No, but that's the first. Genuinely, I have not seen Restore's animation before. That is the first time. I knew Volgon got the move, but I didn't think there was any way somebody would run it. Because it's just so bad. This match isn't much better. And why Galios getting banned again? I was like, come on. I really am clickbaiting y'all now. I'm gonna ban the Platamus because it can apply Toxin Shower to itself, making it a huge pain to deal with. That insta-pick Volphy means it definitely has Bush. Minotaur would be interesting. I'm kind of trying to bait the Tolkien in. Once the Volphies go away, after the Sludge Gift removal, I'm curious how viable this team will be. I'm trying to think ahead, but it's really hard to think to a future patch when you're still playing in the current patch, and the current patch hates your team. As I haven't found a good way to break through slower stall teams myself. Like this isn't really a pure stall team. It's Doom stall. It's a little different because there's less of an emphasis on buffing and healing. Like we're a real stall team with lots of buffs and heals. I just don't know how to beat outside of having Doom. And if you run Doom, you'll lose against like everything else because apparently people are running Restore on Volgon. there's no good picks for the last one there. We'll try and give Mooflank a try. Though without Capire, it's gonna feel so much worse. It is Adrenaline Shot. Thor actually swaps here. Not what I was expecting. Goes into Tolkien. It's not Heater, so it's Pyro, so it's gonna hurt. Oh, Plague to trap me in. Gotcha. That's smart. I don't consider my Nidrasil overly important to this matchup. So that's okay with me. Problem is, Volphy is surely going to proc my Reactivile on Cowrin with Plague. And then a Fire Tornado plus a Dust Vortex is going to kill Cowrin, and I won't be able to do anything about it. I can take this Tornado because I have Coat. It doesn't do anything, actually. Take another one. Yeah, see, there's that on Cowrin. That's the issue. Alright, that's good damage on the Tolkien. I'll throw another Soil Steam its way. Just in case I survive the turn, Tolkien will go down. I'm going to throw a Nox Bomb on the Volphy. He might Fire Tornado the Nidrasil, but like I said, I just don't need it. Yeah, I could have used Cooperation at least. I would have healed Cowrin like 10%. Could have even swapped to something if I felt like it. Cowrin's pretty much back up to full though, so that's nice. Oh wait, no, does the Tolkien live on 1 health? No, it goes down, okay. Yeah, we're basically back up to full on Cowrin. We bring in Mooflank now, because I doubt he'll bring in Minotaur. I have Cowrin threatening it out. Having physical damage against Volphy is always good too. If he brings in Chim or something, I can just throw a Tenderness into the left slot. I could do that anyways and just swap into Barnshee. Hello, Hazarov. Welcome. Yes, it is an Execution Tenderness Mooflank. It really hasn't been performing well, but it's there. We're trying it. Am I that unhinged? I'm always unhinged, you know. We're just trying stuff out. Looks like he's taking a while to think. It'd be nice to actually just finish off the Volphy here. I don't have any real capabilities of doing so. It is bait Chim. I just realized I can't even swap the car in. Oops. That kind of sucks. Well, if he actually stayed in. That's nuts. There's some move flank there. Bit surprising, but we take those. I should have stonewalled the move flank. It's just it wouldn't have gotten a whole lot of value. It's disgraced Chim. I didn't even notice the hostile didn't proc. That's so fun. I love it. Ah, I almost soil steamed. That was close. Weak. Weak, I tell you. Swap in a Barn Sheath, throw a Tenderness. Yeah, I knew Disgrace would proc, but there's not a whole lot I could do about it. It's only -1, -1. Ooh, sharpening on the Chim. That's an issue. Recently thinking of Aurora Paralyzing Poison team. I mean, that's more or less what I'm running right now. More or less. Oh, okay. Paizo's tough. I could have lived Tasty a lot better. Alright, I live that. Then we get the double kill. Aaron heals a ton. Perfect, perfect. another tenderness on Shimmerian, because if I can get it just be a 1v1 versus Garunder, I think the game's over. More Scavenger on Karen. Throw a Stonewall. Get the Toxic Slam on Garunder. Get that Doom going. The next turn we'll Strangle Chim, if at all possible. It still does very little damage. As soon as he kills Cycrox, I'll get a heal. If Paizo doesn't kill Cycrox, that's also nice. Then I'll get the Strangle on Shim and he won't be able to do anything. Nice, that's huge. Alright, that's game then. GG's. Alright. Alright. Let's get over to the Toxalotl spot at least. Alright. Get some more games in. Still early. It's okay if you send the Temtem link on Discord because you haven't yet built it in the game. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, we found a match before I could cancel. I have to remember to do that after this. Ults ruin the game. Woo! Ah, man. I think this is just an insta loss. Look at all this anti-doom. This is probably what teams are actually going to look like next patch. You'll have half the team that has like raid boss raid boss stall, anti-stall. Because Galios is anti-stall. Nidosil more or less is, but they also both function in stall. And then the other half is more aggressive, which is more or less what I was going for, but not entirely. We have to ban the Galios just because I don't have any ways to burn it down fast, and Doom literally doesn't work against it. No point in picking Cycrox because he'll just Guardian something, and then I'll pick Move Flank. This is why I have Move Flank, so that you can just do damage and kill stuff. Even though I don't have max attack invest in it, it can at least burn stuff down. It does stop the tenderness. Well, essentially my plan right now is to ban the 2-vine. Don't pick the 2-vine. No! You have determined on the 2-vine. You probably bait too. You don't need to double up here on the anti, like, screw you. So, besides 2-vine, that's, Garender can just formation, shelter, formation, and all of a sudden the entire team is just useless. And I have Nut Bar for healing. Nut Bar being infinites are actually super good for Bromation Garender sets. Because that was the one thing that Garender lacks as a raid boss is healing. That sucks. Get rid of Platamus. Cowrin probably gets banned here. Ooh, okay. Ah, right, Galios. Come on, that's 3 for 3 games that Galios has been banned now. How am I supposed to show off a Tem that isn't allowed to exist? So, at this point, I think I just... It's kind of a question of, is he going to swap or is he going to stay in under the Shween? Because I would love to just get a Nox Bomb base jump on the Shween. That would be 100% worth it. 100%. Because it doesn't look like he has a lot of Doom Clears. He can potentially have Nidrasil. He needs Nidrasil plus another status. Unless he has Toxic Ink on that Nidrasil. Most of them just run Nox Bomb for the extra damage, because if you're going to apply Toxic Ticks, you'll click Spores instead. We'll bring the Cycrox. Because if I'm not allowed to play with Doom, Paralyzing Poison's the next best thing. 2-vine has bait and Shween has reactive vial, so it looks like it's a bulkier Shween, probably. He could very easily CPG and Water Cannon my Garender slot right now, and there's not, like, Cycrox is the best thing I have to eat that, and even Cycrox doesn't want to. I don't want to swap in Cowrin. We're just gonna sack the Garender here. We'll call it a day. Dang it, he did swap. Would have been perfect to bring in. I didn't even know that Mom's lunch. Would have been perfect to bring in Kapire there. You just can't know. 50-50 turn 1, let's go! I love those. Woo! Ishween is just so valuable. He just uses allergic spread now. I don't know if it's determined 2-vine or not yet either, because it hasn't procced its trait. I don't know if it has spores or allergic spread. Oh, so that's the one thing I've learned in playing this team. Is it's really nice in best of 1 because nobody knows what you're running. But at the same time, it is allergic spread. At the same time, you don't know what your opponents are running, and that screws you over so often. Maybe go for Kapire instead of Volcrane. Kapire has Roar and, well, I guess Volcrane also has, but that's Charcoal Wall. So you can actually face water types and not completely be scared. That was the main reason. I mean, I'm still just messing around. It ain't super serious. He's gonna give me the damage on the Shween, which is awesome. It's a bark shield, which isn't great. I can execution, but the question is which target do I want to? Water cannon on the Kapire, side spores, most likely. See, like, yeah, there's the side spores. Reactive vial proc, but it doesn't matter because execution. Volcrane would have just died to that water cannon, so that sucks. Oh look, I made him laugh. They like that one. Hey man, you're running enough anti-doom to make me cry, so I don't feel bad. I feel like normally when I play, I do not see nearly this much anti-doom. Throw tenderness on the Yowler. Make sure Kapire can live this turn so I can get the extinction off. She goes into 2-vine here. Kinda sucks. That means both my attempts at lowering anything are just poof gone. That is the bait proc though, so I can't complain too much. And Kapire did survive to get the move off hold, so I just need to buy time now. We'll deal some damage to Nidrasil, try and get it in range to die to execution, so that next time it's up I can just click the button. Turbine and probably just allergic spread or spores, one or the other. Yeah, Nidrasil will die to execution now. Swaps out the Nid. Brings in Yowler, okay. He's keeping the Tolkien in the back, which will deal with my Cycrocs really well, so that's smart. It's not quite enough damage for me to kill the 2-vine, unfortunately. It didn't know X either. Feels like he's got a lot of stamina on his Tems. 81 on the 2 Vine or something. Savage going onto the Cowrin is super nice. Throw the Toxic Slam on the Yowler. Get the Execution on the 2 Vine or the Nid if it swaps in. Actually just gonna sack the 2 Vine to get some damage on Cycrox. I guess that makes sense. Probably wasn't the best play, but I couldn't just swap in Fire there either. I don't think I have enough health to finish out this game. I think getting the read wrong turn 1, sacking too much health on my Garunder's costing me. Yep, and that clinch put makes it so I'm in range to die to Wind Burst 100%. Had he really... He's actually just going to push off the Doom here. He's just going to go into Yggdrasil and then just Mom's Lunch push off the Doom because he's got Heater Token. Nope, he's not. So much for that. Yeah, but my Capire doesn't have the health to live. I would have died to a tornado anyways. I just lost too much health in this matchup. And that 2 Vine swapping into the Roar and the Tenderness is probably what ruined the game. Had it not been determined, I think I could have pulled this off. But GG's regardless. That was a really rough matchup. So many people running anti-Doom. Alright. So we got a Team Review Redemption from Hazarov, so we're going to do that. There's like a stall team with Paralyzing Poison, though I only see one Paralyzing Poison user. So first off, I would not run Spores and Allergic Spread. Yeah, I think you have to choose one or the other, and I would choose Spores. You need some sort of toxic damage to threaten stuff. I'll just go Nox Bomb. Only reason you would go Toxic Ink is if you want to push off Doom on the side, because then you can Spores into Toxic Ink, but then you're taking 25% true damage on your own Tem for clearing Doom, plus whatever damage it deals normally. So is it really worth it? Questionable. If you're going... See, this is all kind of interesting, so I guess I should start at the top. But overall, the team looks like it's supposed to be stall. And then you have Raiken. I'm surprised to see it's Prideful. I think Motivator is really nice. It's basically old Sweatband on both Tems. Tink's better as an attack on stall. I don't know, I think that's debatable, because if you want toxic ticks, you're gonna click Spores. If you want damage, you're gonna click Nox Bomb. But I guess I'm not the stall master, so I don't even play Nid all that much. I'm just trying it out now. I'd say they're almost interchangeable. Usually you're not going to Spores and a Nox Bomb from... I don't know, are you going to click damaging moves more than once on Nid? I feel like you wouldn't want to all that often. We'll start at the Riken, though. You don't have spreads here, so I won't comment on that. I'm not sure if you need a Rush Adrenaline Shot on a Riken like this. I think, or maybe even Meteor Swarm, but I think you should have Embers somewhere. Burn support's super nice, especially lowering the damage of slower Tems. If you want to keep Rush, you can. You only got the one neutral for Quetzal synergy. Honestly, if you want to screw around more, you could just exchange this Riken for like a Pyre build just like mine. It's basically the same thing. It's just less of a side carry. Usually fire types are kind of special where they're a pain for a lot of teams. So people will usually just ban the fire type regardless of what it is if it's an actual problem. So I don't think you're going to get a lot of value from Prideful here. I think you would get more from just Motivator, kind of a pain in the butt Tem. I think that's something you kind of have to play around with though. On paper you can't really know that much. Rush is nice for true damage, but on a hold and it's only 40, it does feel weak. Hard to say. Karen, very standard set. Reactive Vial is an option here. You don't have it on any of your other Tems. Earth's not a great defensive typing. 3 weaknesses, even though it has 4 resists. Could go either way. Because the thing is, Karen can hit Fire, Electric, and Crystal, 3 of the types that it resists. So even on a stall team, if somebody procs your Reactive Vial and then wants to throw a Hazrat in front of your Karen, you can chunk it for over half with Soil Steam. Probably like 70%, and then finish it off with any amount of other damage. Well, not any, but, you know, some. But other than that, I mean, it's standard set. Mom's Lunch is good to have somewhere on this team. I prefer, personally, like having Diabolo on somebody other than Nid, because if somebody bans Nid, all of your healing is just gone. You have no other healers on the team, but having Diabolo elsewhere allows you to have another healer somewhere. Not necessary, though, just an idea. Like I said, at least have you can have Tink or Nox Bomb, up to you. Yeah, but I'd say you definitely need an attack. I don't think you ever run Spores and Allergic Spread. If you do, you get rid of Cooperation. I see you have Wastewater here for probably for the Toxic Tick. I think that's too much stamina still. I would always opt for Nox Bomb. You're going to be doing toxic damage with Toxic Ticks with Paralyze and Poison anyways, so I don't think you need extra toxic damage. It's kind of like anti-synergy. Beef Up's fine. I do like Shelter on Formation Garender, but if you're running Matcha, it's not essential at all. Pretty standard Yowler set. I've seen some drop Savage for Toughen, but I think we're still in a special meta right now, so that's not necessary. Nutbar's good. Yep, it's pretty. It's a Yowler. Toxic Plume, but you have 2 crystals, I guess, so that's fine. Strange Vest, I don't think is necessary. Honestly, I think it's a waste of an item slot. I do. I completely think it's a waste of an item slot, because you're going to be getting hit with both damage types, like in every single match, and you can't really predict. I think we're in more of a special meta, so having the extra special resistance is nice. Once again, because that would also open the slot for a stamina item here. But I see you've got Sweatband and you got Matcha in use, so. First Aid Kit's also good on Vola. Really just rubs a salt in the wound, allows Vola to have some extra healing once it gets its buffs up. Let's see, catch up. Riken too slow for Embers to be effective. It's kind of niche. I think anytime you would normally click Meteor Swarm, you'd rather click Embers. Or you'll click Embers twice as much as you would click Meteor Swarm, I think. thought you could ignore stamina cost because of matcha. Still don't know if it's matcha or matcha, so sorry if anyone's yelling at their screen. You you'd still don't want to rest. It's if you're clicking two, you could click four Nox bombs in the time you could click like three wastewaters, and then you'd have to rest to click another wastewater, and then it would be click a wastewater rest rather than click two Nox bombs and then rest. So I think it's still better that way. You thought matcha for Winter's Call? Yeah, that's fair. That's definitely fair. I wasn't running Yeller on my team, so it could work better that way. I'd still at least consider Nox Bomb. Maybe just see how Wastewater feels and then swap it out if you don't like it. Tend to go Volarin or Sweatband on Vola. Yeah, that's what I like. I'd recommend that. Tortonite doesn't need a stam item. I know I had one on mine, just because, but it can use. Tortonite's another good temp for Reactive Vial. You could definitely, because it's got four weaknesses, and you can hit some of its super effective. I'm not even sure what else you would run. I mean, there's options like marbles, but no, you don't want to run marbles because you're preventing them from swapping on this tort. I'd go heavy armor. You're not really going first. That always feels bad just in the wrong matchups. I'd say double screen, but that's on your Schween. Yeah, so I mean, I'd put Reactive Vial on your Tort, and then put Sweatband on your Vola. And then the Mom's Lunch is fine on Karen. That's what I would do. Yeah, okay, no. Nope. Sand of Rain, not allowed. That move is so bad. Hey, yeah, you want to run like anything other than that. Probably just run Crystal Bite. At least that way you can threaten some stuff. Not that you have a real bad electric or mental weakness, but it's still nice to have a damage option. Other options, Flood. I have seen some Schweens go Flood, because you can always use speed advantage even in a slower matchup. You will not click Sanative Rain. You effectively have to survive 3 turns, and after the first turn, Schween can alternate between Fluid Barrier and Quartz Shield, and it will always, always, always want to click one of those 2 moves, if it can. Yeah, I mean, this is a standard Tort set. I found that I know I say to play with Rotten Goo over a Crystal move just because you can add C's to cancel out Talismans and bait and stuff, but that just feels bad. To only have one offensive type, part of me wants to just take off Quartz Shield and put a Crystal move. I don't know. I think you almost just take the L against Talismans in this specific matchup and swap Rotten Goo for Quartz Dirt, or Crystal Dust, I mean. You at least have a cheap option to click stuff with, and Crystal damage is just better offensively than Toxic. That's about all I got for it, though. It looks like a pretty solid team on paper. It's just going to be a bit hard to play in practice, so I wish you the best. Now we'll hop back into some matches. Insta match. Alright. Double P-Jab user, triple P-Jab. Hell, he uses the move sometimes. actually looks kind of scary. I don't have a lot of control tools with this team. The nature type is Yggdrasil, which is practically a joke. Yeah, Galios gets banned again. That one makes sense. It's offensively, Galios is really strong into this team. It can hit 6 of the 7 remaining Tems. Super effective, which is kind of nuts. But we can still pick the 2 types individually. We'll pick Coward and probably Barnshee. We can swap out the Barnshee right away, get the Mom's Lunch Seas off, and bring it back in later. And if he decides to stay in with Skunch or something, we can just throw hands. Wait, I don't even have a turn 1 mental on Barnshee, but he doesn't know that. I'll pick... Okay, yeah, they're good. That's fine, because I'm banning Skunch anyways. I'll pick Mooflank as my turn 1 swap in. Alone, Cycrox kind of feels bad. It gets a Doom off, and then it's just kind of... It can sort of strangle if it survives the turn, but he's got a Wind and an Electric. But if I pick Garunder, he's just going to pick Chimerian. But Chimerian's better because I have Kapire, unless he just throws everything he's got at this Kapire, in which case it would still be bad. We'll go with the Cycrox. I don't know if this is a physical Valash or not either. Most of the time nowadays there's special Scavenger variants. He still went with the Chim. But it's not like physical is gone. Drill Alhi and Energy Drink Valash. That's interesting. I respect it. Alright, move flank. Come on, let's go. Click buttons. Let's go. Probably is a physical Valash because he's got so many physical Tems on the team. D-jab into base jump. Yeah. I am a bulky Kapire, so I do take that relatively well. Remember when they removed Determined from Alhi? Yeah. I actually just want to kill the Alhi though, because it hits my entire backline. I don't want to just leave the Valash alone, but I think he's going to swap into or into we are going to Tenderness the Alhi. He stayed in. What's that move like? I'm glad I stayed in to kill the Valash. That could have been real bad if I let it get some scavenger procs. Thank you, Kapire. You've done your job. Well, Oshi's down. And Chimerian doesn't have Frown Whip yet. So we're going to play the ignore the Alhi the entire time game. flanks. Okay, my move flank is dead to a goring now. Shoot, I didn't check damage calcs. I don't know if I... You actually swapped the Ollie. Dang it, I could have stayed in on Kaurin. I wanted to see if another Soils team would have killed that move flank, but I just don't know. I think it was at 73%. I want to say 73. I see the Chimerian's item before I choose what to swap in here. If it's not bait, I swap in Cycrocs. I probably swap in Cycrocs anyways. Yeah. I guess here's where Toxic Ink onto the move flank would be better. Strangle on the Ragnit's nice. Move flanks on a timer. Swap in Kaurin, get a Bark Shield off. And then I think the game's more or less over. I'm not sure what he can do against super buff Kaurin and Nid. Oh, held anger. Okay, so he gets one last bit of damage off before I get my defenses up. That could be very relevant. Likely a Turbine coming in from Ragnit. No, a Hypno. That sucks. I was like, wow, this is great. I'll just get a Psychosis off, but at least now I don't have to feel bad for not having gotten a... anything else off either. See if he swaps out Ragnit now. Maybe he'll P-Jab. Oh no, double Turbine. I think I can live. Coat OP. Kaurin just kind of 1v3ing is my win con at this point. That do be a bit of a pain though. And depending on what electric move this Ragnit has, it could be bad. He's just gonna double P-job this turn. All he's on a timer, that's good. He's gonna Soil Steam, even if he swaps to Tremarine, it just procs his bait and then whatever. On the off chance he doesn't kill my Cycrox here. Just make sure he's stunned a little bit. Nice. We'll get the Roar off now just for a little bit of extra damage lowering. Just take out the Cycrox here. Wanting to make sure he doesn't let me have a Scavenger proc, if at all possible. I'm gonna get Psychosis off on the Chim now. Ooh, P-Jab Frond Whip, that could be worse than I'm giving it credit for. Oh no, he's got Sharpening. So he'll get 2 Frond Whips off. I'm still +4 defense, and he's only +2, but... Oh, he's gonna get another. Another P-Jab. And then a Sharpening into a Frond Whip P-Jab again. Yeah, that's game. Too many P-Jabs, and the 2 Hypnos on my Cowrin preventing me from getting the Doom Ticks earlier was what really screwed me. I didn't think about pushing off my own alert. I don't know how much speed he has on that Ragnit either, but it's just enough. GG's. Yeah, move flank hurt real bad too. I guess that's what happens when you actually invest attack in your move flank. Oh, whenever I play like an offensive 500 attack, res badge move flank, it never feels like it does anything. It feels like everything's a 3-hit KO. You can't hit anything super effective. Even like squishier stuff. You'd expect that it wouldn't be a 3-hit KO for a Platimus, but you know, it is. Welcome back, laddie. I still have 2 Earth types, which is nice. This one's gonna have to be like a Garunder 1v9 or something. This is just matchup fishing at its finest. Mono electric type team. I'm just sacking Barnshy here to get the mom's lunch off. That's all this was. Once I can break through the Chromions here, then Galios at least has a little bit more use. Problem is that Obi probably has a reset, and so all the buffs I get just are irrelevant. Yeah, that hurts so bad. I mean, like, if I ban out his damage, which is the Chromion, the Inky. You know, it's just a team check. Do you have enough Earths? Do you have enough crystals? To which I answered, no. No, I don't. And then harmful synergy just costs like 0 stamina. It costs 18, which is so low for such a strong move. And his marbles procs all over the place. Well, we tried. Yikes. Yeah, that's not even enough. The Toxic Tick won't even take it down. Binary Flood prevents my nut bar from healing me. Oh, it's so painful. Having matches you can't do anything against sucks. If this Galios was cowering, I could heal off of these things and probably sweep. Also wouldn't have been weak to the Mimics in the first place. That's why he banned the thing. Give this turn a try. I feel like doubles Galios and it doesn't kill or something. Who knows? He'll just push off my Doom here. Plague. Intimidation, even worse. The flank OXs to death. But I get a kill. Or not. That's a bulky Mimit. Just picks on me because I'm slow. That sucks, yeah. I should have banned the Chromion and just tried playing with Galios in the start. I thought Garunder would stay alive longer, but even trying to survive 2 turns without taking damage to get shelter is just too tough. Yeah, Mooflink and Garunder are definitely underperforming on this team. Galios doesn't feel great either. Nidrasil's strong, but I think Nidrasil's just a go-to slot on any bulkier team. And Galios has been eating a lot of bans, though, at least. Like I said, Galios, in any team, or in any game where it's going to perform well, it's going to get banned. And when it's going to get destroyed by double Chromion Amphitheater, it's going to be left up. With my Nature Chromion Amphitheater team, I just love facing Galioses because I just eat them up. Lots of quick matches today, though, which is nice. Tonic. Alright. Lots of stuff I don't like to see. Bright Beam, Bush, Resistant, Bait, probably. Yeah, Doom is just too rough to run. We'll see how the next meta shakes out. Not that anyone's going to reveal a whole lot. I don't think LCQ will be interesting. See what wins there. I mean, Worlds is going to be super interesting. It's just like I don't know what people are going to run, so I don't know how to prepare for it well. We got marbles. I do hate marbles, but that's on every team. I'm more looking at things to complain about, or things that can prevent Doom. But you are certainly right. Let's just say that Mastion was holding marbles and that's why I banned it. I'm not sure what else would be. Alright. Ninja Still's gonna be super good this match. Able to ban out both of its counters. It'd be a bit sketch against Broccolin, but I have type advantage. I just can't get too low on health. So I think I'm going to stay in turn 1. Unless I have a really good swap, but I think he's just going to cover with Hasty Lunge Plague. Yeah, bans out double Toxics. Toxics are really good against this guy's team. He's only got 1 wind. guess I could bring in Karen for the turn 1. Swap out Barnsheet right away. Essentially, I'd Spores the Minotaur. Swap in Karen to eat the Plague Hasty Lunge. And then throw a Soil Steam at the Minotaur slot. Or maybe a Nox Bomb Soil Steam. Because he'd probably swap in one of his resists at that point. Yeah, that might be good. I'd really like to bring Kapire. Kapire's gonna do more than Galios this game. He's got a lot of Galios counters. The Geist Lover, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Gotta be getting real close to 300. Yeah, we're like 297. That's awesome. Thank you all so much. I believe that's Laddie watching from the stands. Alright, we'll bring in the Karen here as expected. Not handcuffs on the Volphy. Very interesting. Not Rorick here. I was wondering if it was you. I just don't know how many accounts you've got. Discord, you've got mobile, you've got not mobile, you got Twitch, who knows. Been baited by my title. It's not that I don't want to use Galios, it's just been a rough game or two. Haven't been able to get a lot of use from it. So he wiped the neutralized and then still used UV. It's iron coating Volphy. It's interesting. Throw another Nox Bomb at the Minotaur. And a base jump at the Volphy. Please swap into not Galios. Dang it. I really wanted to click Bark Shield there then. Didn't know. If the Minotaur stayed in, it did have Adrenaline shot up, so it could have gotten another move off if I didn't attack it. For the move flank. He's playing very well. Not that I need move flank for a whole lot. That leaves me just outside of my first aid kit range. Sharp Stabs will not kill me though. He's got to use something bigger than that. He's gonna swap an OCR in the Broccolum slot, I'm pretty sure. No? Oh, that's Volphy at least. He does double swap here. A lot of damage on Oshiara. It's a free double swap here. Yggdrasil takes 0 damage. Barnsey takes a little. Ooh. DV gets tons of value. I think Galios is coming, yeah, into the Oshara slot. Bulky Barnsey, yeah. It's as much of a support Barnsey as I could get. I got speed control with time split. I got bamboozle to dodge damage, and I've got exhaust on gamma burst. I don't really need to click Bark Shield here, I just need to start dealing damage to stuff. Used to run it too, stamina drain felt awkward though. Yeah, I'm finding that out, but it's so much fun. It's so disruptive all the time. And now with all the bulk buffs the stupid thing has, it actually takes hits decently well. Being able to eat a hasty lunge turn 1 from a Minotaur, like, sign me up. I mean, that's about all it would do then. But, you know. Yeah, it's a very strong Volphy. Alright, we're gonna split attacks here. We'll go for Quetzal on the Galios and then Nox Bomb on the Volphy. Well, sure, I should be in range to die to a Nox Bomb, so he can't just bring that in freely. Broccolum can't do a whole lot against Nid, and Barnsey's also alive. Yeah, I definitely have better board states. Broccolum probably lives the Nox Bomb. Yeah. Sent him in the wrong direction. I didn't think he'd actually swap out his Galios. I thought he'd just let it die. He doesn't need it for a whole lot. Question is, does he have... Does he have Blizzard on his Oshiara? We should click the button on the Kapire. I'm kind of surprised. I thought he would expect me to swap into Barnshee and just leave. Oshiara goes down. That's Kapire's biggest threat gone. Be nice to cooperation, but I'd actually just be stealing stamina from my own Kapire. Quetzal should be able to finish off Minotaur. I don't have a whole lot of attack invest, but I do have Last Rush. I don't. He has Paizo up. That's not good. He'll swap into Volfi on the Broccolum slot, and then Paizo. I'm pretty tanky, but that's a tough thing to survive. Oh, he didn't swap. He didn't swap. So he doesn't have synergy. I can definitely live that. Ooh. I wasn't going for the Brock that turn. So that bush is fine by me. He probably could have killed Nid there with the soul shout. No, Barnshe's my carry. Well, Galios is still there. So the question is, do I Quetzal regardless? I probably do, and then just swap in Barnshee anyways. That'll make the Brocco X. I don't think he's gonna attack Nid with the crystal move. Yeah, the plague would have OX'd me anyways, so I don't mind taking that OX. Alright, I think that's gonna be game. We should be proud of the Kapire. Yeah, it's a fun Kapire. Kapire and Barnshee have been the stars of the team. At least the most fun, just because it's so unconventional. I gotta love it. GG indeed. I wonder if I could just have like a bulkier Kapire on a normal team with Extinction as an option. The problem is I could just have Heat Up, and that's more or less the same thing as far as like anti-stall goes. I just next meta I feel like it's gonna be awful. It'd be the meta where I want to stack like 4 fires. Distinction's a bit too much of a niche. I mean, it's a really strong move. It's tough to get off. Because Volcrane and Capire are both like offensive damage carries. They're faster, squishier, and Tyrannak is slow. It effectively has to survive 4 turns. Which just isn't gonna happen often. And even if there was a chance for it, it's usually banned out. Maybe I should just run like a Tyrannak and Capire on the same team next patch. Just have a normal Intimidator Tyrannak, but have it have Talisman anyways. Just in case it gets ignored or the opponent doesn't have enough fires or toxics to deal with it. Anyway, it doesn't affect a whole lot. Tyrannack's still very viable on a normal team. You just probably don't run Swarm then. Ember's Meteorite Outgrowth. Though if I'm running multiple fires, having Swarm would be nice, so it's always tough. Maybe I don't have Meteorite in that case. If I'm not highly attack invested, I wouldn't need it. And with Volphy less prevalent, I don't need the single target damage is bad. The other thing with Extinction is most of the time, by the time it gets off hold, I've already got the opponents either debuffed so much that I don't feel like killing them, or they're like half health or something because I've already chipped them down quite a bit. So it's just like, I want to save Extinction for after I kill something and bring it in, but by then I'm already dead. Or if I click Extinction, they would die in the amount of turns anyways. Initially I had Moala on the team, and the idea was to have Moala swap in, or to use Extinction, then swap in Moala, and after the 2 Tems die from Extinction, the new Tems they bring in would be asleep for Hypnotist, and then I would be able to do whatever I want after that. Like Extinction itself, I feel like he'd punish aggro a bit better. Yeah, it can definitely punish aggro a lot better. It's just kind of important. 27 stamina feels bad. Yeah, I don't know why it costs. I think they should lower the stamina cost on the insane hold moves. There's no reason Execution should be 23 stamina either. It's not like a high damage move like Held Anger, and even Held Anger is like 16 stamina. Blue Screen and Winter's Call are both cheap too. King's Roar is cheap. I don't know. Moala is another good one. I think has a lot of potential. The problem is you'd have to ban Moments on stall teams. But if you're running multiple fires, banning Moments kind of feels bad. But maybe it's... I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to play around with it some more, for sure. Moala felt nice. I think it's really strong. I don't think I'm using it to its maximum potential. But yeah, at this point I'd expect Capire and Moala to at least appear on another team in the near future. The Barnshe's fun, but either it's too squishy and it can't survive, or it doesn't do enough damage. It's always one or the other. It can gain speed, so you don't need speed because time split exists. But throwing a Gamma Burst for half of your entire stamina bar and only dealing like 40% to something, maybe even 30%, just because you're not invested at all, it's just yikes. You still need to kill stuff as soon as possible. Because everyone else is going to be clicking damage moves almost constantly. So, and you got to keep pace. Want to do the league games real quick? Yeah, we probably should get that done. I didn't know you were available, but we can definitely run those. Let me grab my team. If my Discord pops up. Alright. Do. Hide that. Throw the code in there. Not that I think you're gonna look at anything, but I click on all the spreads anyways. I just want to make sure I have all the limos turned on. I hardly even remember what I did. Alright, so I think as far as like the Twitch stream, I'm probably gonna just, your team sucks, just slap some random Tems together. I'm gonna end this, well, I'm gonna continue streaming, but for like YouTube video purposes, I'm gonna click on ending for the recording. So for all you YouTube folks who reached the end here, thank you for watching, and just watch the next video. That's the draft match round 3 versus Aches. Thank you, and see you in the next one.